Hello. It is time we get started with Lego. Don't you think? How's everyone doing today? While I set up my scenes and make sure they're okay. How's everyone doing? Is my mic good to the sound of the music? Alright, I think I'm ready to start. Let's transition this over. And I can turn Studio Muff off. So there we go. Studio Muff. Studio Muff. There we go. My hands are gross today. I was doing some cooking earlier and absolutely messed up my hands. So I apologise if they look a bit scrungly. I was using this actually to wipe the desk. I don't know why I'm wiping my hand with it. But anyway. How you doing? It's a Lego kind of day. It's a Lego Sunday. We know those days. Maybe it's raining outside, maybe it's cold, maybe it's the start of winter. In your pile of collected toys and assorted Gundam figures or Lego kits, you have one that you want to build and you just haven't had the right time, and let's be real with yourself, you're not going to. Because you keep saying this time will come, and you want to build this thing, and typically, this time is undefined. Do that today. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday night, Sunday evening, Monday morning, perhaps. Give yourself that treat. Today's the day. And today, I'm finishing the DeLorean. I am treading on a book, because I forgot about everything. So last time, we built this. This is the main first 4 bags, I believe. Welcome to it. This is the DeLorean. I'm freezing, but I'm here. Oh, sorry, the chat has just loaded for me. I actually didn't think anyone was watching. Hi. I'm freezing, but I'm here. Welcome, Grape. I'm chuffed to bits. Me too, Tin Metal. Thank you for joining. North. Hi. And hello, anyone who's lurking. This week has been a week. Today has been a day. Everyone gets those days. Some weeks are easier, some weeks are harder, but that is just how this thing rolls sometimes. And that's precisely why in the back of your cupboard, in that little area that you wanna... Oh, there's a bit of chicken satay on my finger still. Gross. Let me get another tissue and we'll continue talking. How about I actually do properly clean my hands and not live like some kind of caveman. Because you don't want to be looking at cook hands all stream with gross fingers. And I apologise. This is wonderful. Imagine starting off to this. Anyway. Caveman with the DeLorean, dangerous combo. Apparently Lego is releasing a smaller, cheaper DeLorean set. I've seen that. I've actually seen that. I do prefer their bigger sets. I think their bigger sets look much nicer, to be honest. Alright, let's give this a final wipe down. Because, yeah, there we go. Is my camera in focus? So today I'm using a different lens. I was originally using a Micro Four Thirds lens with the Blackmagic Cinema. I'm now using a Canon EOS lens with an adapter. Hopefully this should give me a slightly better range of view over the whole of the set. So I should only need to adjust the focus only a few times. But it will mean everything's kind of closed off to this small little section, so not all the pieces are going to be here. But I'm going to try my best. However, I am going to move some stuff because anyway, that out of the way. Where did we get to? Manual. Right, first things first, we've got to attach wherever this went back in. There we go. Right there. We have a squeegee. I guess it's called a squeegee. It's a little thing. Or ducky, I guess sometimes people call it. Do you know when, like, lockdown first started? Right? Or, like, when lockdown was kind of in full swing, they used to have these, this vlogger. Maybe there was a few of them, but I remember one vlogger that used to walk around Japan when it was, like, really rainy. And you would see them go up to the camera and they would have this with them, and, you know, you'd watch them walk along, and then, out of nowhere, you'd just see, like, and then, like, blow all the rain off the thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. So you every now and then you get, like, this hand come in, like, and blow all the dust or the water off the lens. Yeah. That was 5 years ago. Yeah. They're going to be writing about COVID in the history books. Like, that's phenomenal. But anyway. We're procrastinating. Where did we get to? What looks familiar? Because I should have looked about where I ended the stream last time. I didn't. Alright, so I think we got to the end of this instructional area. Did we do that? Ah! Here. So we got here and put the feet on. Now we are on bag 4. We're on bag 4. That was 5 months ago. I wish it was. But then again, I wish it was 10 years ago. And sometimes I wish it was 5 years ago. And sometimes I wish it was 20 years ago. And sometimes I wish it was like 40 years ago. The grass is always greener. No matter what time you think, like, when anything is, like, you might want to go back, or you might think, oh, I want to go back to this time, or this time, you know, where did the time go? Well, the grass is always greener. Typically, bag 11. All of my bags are messed up now. Oh no. But the grass is always greener, and no matter what time you go to, things will always be different. Here, bag 4. There really isn't. And the thing is, the present is... Philosophically, what is the present? I don't know, let's build a DeLorean. Oh, there we go. Empty bag. Remember not to throw that away, because sea creatures get caught in it. Alright. We're building more DeLorean. It is an apt conversation for, in a way, these are the good old days. That's true. The good old days are memories. And you choose what you can remember. Apt conversation for a time machine building stream. That is, again, I'm going to reiterate that is true. It is weird, isn't it? Time makes fools of us all. We can go through a moment in our lives and think, there's no way back from this. I've messed everything up. I've made a fool of myself. Everything's going to be awful. There's no way I can possibly ever recover like this. I mean, tell me you didn't think that way as a teenager. I know I did. And you look back on all these things and you think, I can't possibly recover from this. And then you get to a point 10 years down the road and you remember this one memory and you might cringe, you might look back at it, you might feel regretful, you might get that sinking feeling, but like, it's been 10 years. Where are you now? You know, how far you've come. And every moment's like that. That's not just reserved to being a teenager. That's kind of a general attitude, really. Like, everyone has these moments where they think, I fucked it. You know, everything's ruined. Everyone's going to look at me weirdly. I don't know. I'm not saying that, like, your life will be always better, you know, whenever you're older, but you'll always look back and go, these are the lessons I learned to get here. I found a lot of the stuff I ended up worrying about when I was a child or a teenager, or even, like, last week, right? Like, last week. I'm just thinking, really? That's what I was worried about? So it is all just, you know, I guess relative to what, you know, what you're going through. And just keep an open mind with that. See, this is just for me as well, because I'd say this stuff like I'm some sage old guy. But I'm an idiot. I'm not afraid to say that I'm an idiot. I think I overthink just like everyone else does, to be honest. And it's unfair for me to say, you know, clearly, like, my way of doing stuff. Like, I can say this stuff where, you know, introspectively, I can be like, oh, you know, don't let the brain demons in, don't do this, it's fine, the grass is always greener. I can tell other people this, I can look at this and go, you know, yeah, let's do that. But you find it surprisingly hard to even follow your own advice sometimes, because, you know, you make these statements from a view of how you're helping someone else, but sometimes you're blind to your own problems. I think that's fascinating. I don't know. We're getting deep. People are tuning in going, oh boy, happy Lego, and I'm just like, but what if you were really sad? Wouldn't that suck? I don't know. It's been a long week. It's been a really long week. I wish this week hadn't been so hard. But sometimes, you know, it's hard to practice what you preach. It's often easier to help others other than yourself. That's true. That is very true. Yeah, this week has been very challenging. Thankfully, the worst case scenario did not happen, but to put it lightly, a few days ago, my mum recently told me she was being taken to A&E. And, you know, that worries anyone anyway. You know, getting a message like, hey, I'm in A&E. Uh-huh. You know, it's not like one of those things you're like, oh, we'll get better soon. It's like one of those things that's like, So, when she said this, my first thought was, oh no. Because, yeah, it wasn't fun. So this is a piece that kind of slots in here. Let's see if I can put this in. There we go. So that is there. That's what we've just added right there. And thankfully, she ended up okay. But it was about 8 hours because she told me she was going into A&E at like 5 p.m. And I was going to stream that day and play Luigi's Mansion, but nothing seemed to work, and I knew I'd be way too stressed out otherwise, so I left it and worked on other stuff instead. And you know, ultimately she was fine. She's got help. It's nothing serious, nothing major, but that thought is always there, you know. And just the way that your brain works is sometimes, you know, just the way it works can really ruin your day. But sometimes it's okay to be honest with yourself and just go, I'm not doing it today. We all get days like that. We all get days where, you know, you think about it and you think, I'm not doing it today. This thing I'm meant to be doing, I'm not doing it today. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's fine. And I think that's okay. It's okay to take a day off and be like, I don't want to do this today. I mean, sometimes you can't. If you've got work that day, you can't just really turn to your boss and say, I don't want to. Those are the unavoidable times. But, like, you have dishes, you don't want to do them today, that's fine. Try 1, see how you feel. Try 2. You get to the sink and you just stand there and clean a spoon. That's okay. You've cleaned a spoon. That's more than what you would have done had you just stood there. But it's okay to turn to yourself and say, I don't want to today. It's okay. I think more people should know, tell yourself it's okay. Because I feel like not enough people give themselves that kind of break to be like, it's okay. And, sometimes you might get to the sink and you do nothing. You just stare vacantly in the sink and you leave and you feel like you haven't done it. But let me tell you, it takes more strength to turn to the sink and look at it and start to think about it than it does just ignoring it exists and giving in. It's okay to say, not today. If you try it and it's not working out, that's okay. If you really know you can't do it, that's okay too. And I think more people should, do that. Just like this week. I had a pretty rough time. Taking a break is okay too. You get a couple in, you just want to take a break. Even if it's like, I haven't deserved this break. Who says? Who says you haven't deserved that break? Is there someone standing behind you, looking down looking behind, like over your shoulder, looking from behind you, saying, one more? Or is it you doing that to yourself? Now, obviously, if you're like 14 and you have to do the dishes and your mum's told you like 20 times to do the dishes and it's your turn to do the dishes, maybe you should do the dishes. But it's like, if you're an adult, you don't have to. Give yourself that day off. It's okay. It's okay to do that. Oops. That one went running. But yeah, this week has just been a bit of a tough one. And that's normal. Sometimes life throws curveballs. And what would life be without a few curveballs? Sometimes the curveballs are fun, sometimes they're not so fun. A family member of mine recently went on holiday, and they're having a lovely time. And it was something that was kind of unforeseen. We didn't know it was coming. And we were kind of invited for free, and we thought that's fantastic. Hold on a minute. It's telling me I need pieces that I don't have here, unless I'm blind. There's meant to be these like rail pieces, and I don't have any rail pieces here. Right? 4. I did do bag 4. This is bag 4. Did they go under here? No. Are they under this lot? No. The only rail pieces I have are here, but I need like 2 long of those. Are they? Where are they? Did I mistakenly? No, I didn't mistakenly. Huh. Well. Another bag? It's bag 9. Uh-oh. Thing? How many of these? One. I'm only meant to have the one. So maybe I'm looking at it and I'm just not seeing it? It's possible. Uh-oh. Now I know for a fact no pieces fell, because I would have seen that. So it has to be somewhere here. Right? Ah. Uh-oh. This might be a very short stream. Maybe. Maybe it's somewhere in it. Maybe it's like under another piece. I don't know. It's definitely a rail piece, and I definitely don't have it. Well. It's not on the floor either. That's the thing. Maybe it fell in my bin. Huh. Alright, hold on. Oh, maybe it's still in the bag, you're right. No. Unless it's like under the keyboard? No. Alright, give me a moment. Okay. We have a backup piece. At least until I can figure out where the other one went, I have a backup piece. That's gonna have to do. I hope it doesn't ask me to make another one. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Where is it gone? Here we are. Yeah, these are white and not black, but they're gonna have to do. Also a bit filthy. These are from older sets, when I had them as a kid. Or, you know, when I moved from uni, where I had a lot of my Lego stuff, a lot of them just got kind of bunged into boxes with all old toys and stuff, and they just kind of got filthy. Wasn't the best to look after my old toys. They're not going to be black, but it's fine. I don't think anyone's going to really notice. It's weird how, like, they tell me to, like, they include this, but, like, don't give me it? It should have been in this bag. And all the Part 4 bag, like, should have had this in it. But, maybe, like, these 3 pieces were required to build it, and you don't need the tiled pieces, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway. I mean, it goes next to another white piece, so it should actually be fine. When life hands you lemons, you substitute with other bricks. It'll turn up later, probably. I'll probably find myself sitting on it or some dumb stuff like that. Knowing me. Hang on, there's the other pieces that are now missing. There's actually quite a lot here that's missing. There's like 4x4 tiles that are now missing. This is not usual. There's a bag full of all the old Lego pieces. This is it. No, this is bag 8. Fortunately, when I was cleaning up the other day, I knocked over the bag of other pieces. It's just 7. 7, 8, 11. There's another 11. Maybe I'm missing like one of these bags. Might be the case. 9. 7, 8, 9, 11. 5. 6. Maybe it fell into. Maybe it did fall into my bin. Ah! Ahahaha! There was another one of these. I knew it. Okay, well, we'll take these hinge pieces and move them off. So yes, it did turn up later. Whoops. Oh. I just assumed they would all be in one bag. It's fine. We have them now. Ah, yes. They're the pieces that we need. Much more chaos. I love Lego. Okay. Back to it. The right piece this time. There we go. See? Right piece. almost there. Anyway, I've been putting more of a push into streaming lately, more like VTubing stuff. And I'm finding just trying to socialize and get myself out there is really difficult. Like, it is a bit challenging sometimes just trying to put yourself out there, especially on like platforms like, you know, X now, where it's just really odd. It's a really odd atmosphere. X attaches there. Now we have to do the same thing on the other side. But I have been trying to put myself out there more, meet more people, get kind of into my own little niche and comfort zone. I've been talking collabs with a few people. But I'm finding that it's really hard to try and collaborate with people. Like, it's surprisingly difficult to try and find times that work for everyone, and also like games that work for everyone, because truthfully, like, not everyone's going to be in the same style of games. Twitter seems like it'd be really hard to use effectively, like a platform where it's difficult to find people who are genuine. That is very true. When I first started my my new page, there was yes, that's right. When I first started my new X page, Twitter, X, you know what it is, I found that there were so many art bots, and I actually talked to one for the longest time because I thought they were genuine. Like, I thought they were a genuine person. They were like asking me about my day, how I got into VTubing, and they're like, "Oh, did you make your model?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm planning to upgrade it soon." And then they were like, "Oh, I can help you for a small fee," and it's just like, and then slowly, after like, I spoke to like 5 of them. Two or three of them were pretty obviously art bots, but like one of them was just kind of like obviously a human trying to sell their wares to like unsuspecting VTubers. And I got really hurt because they all just started coming in one after the other. They were all saying the same things, and I was just like, yeah. But then also, like, I've been trying to reach out to people on Twitter, and they've been either immediately blocking me or just blanking me because they think I'm the same level of art bot. It's just not a conducive environment, to be honest. But then again, you know, that is the nature of the internet these days. Alright. But I shall not let it deter me, because I've met some really awesome people just through Discord servers. Thanks, Poppy. Can't even lie that Poppy's actually been a really good help since, like, starting up again. Because when I started doing all this VTubing stuff again, I was recording stuff on my own. You know, I literally, when I was at university doing my masters, I was just bored one day. And yeah, there are genuine people on the platform too, you just have to wait for a lot, yeah. But I just like making content, and I was making I recorded all of Voices of the Void, actually, just in my university room, just doing my own thing. And I think I'm gonna have to probably make 2 of these. I was just doing Voice of the Void, and I recorded all of it, just on my own, just, you know, just, I actually have all of the footage. I know I'm going to have to make 2 of these, so I'm going to put you here, because I know I'm going to have to do you. I have all the footage, I just haven't edited it all yet, because it's been, you know, challenging. But I have made some amazing friends in the community. I kind of joined Poppy's, that's Poppy Iolite, for anyone who doesn't know. I joined their server just because I was there and in the moment. I thought, oh, I'll join a community. And she was actually a really huge help. She was very supportive, very, very helpful. She's pointed me towards a whole bunch of communities, and you know, it's been really nice. Kind of really set me up to this thought of like, you know, there's some really awesome people in this community as VTubers, you know. It's been really nice getting back into this, because the scene is far more different than it used to be, you know, 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago, where like I remember it last, you know. There's a lot more the scene is much more different these days. From when I first started to now, it's vastly different. You would have to make a second one of those. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying it's changed for the worse or changed for the better. It's just different. It's a different sphere. It's a different economy, almost, you know. About 5 years ago, when VTubing first started, it was all very homegrown. You got, like, you know, only a handful of people you could call, like, proper names. Because, you know, yeah, that does all of that. Because you get, I think the only one that really people knew about was, Kizna AI, I think. Kizna AI was, like, the VTuber of all time. At one point. And I remember all the fuck you memes. Fuck you, fuck you. You know, who's texting me at this ungodly hour? This sounded like an important text. Who's doing that? Oh. Okay. Oh, it's early. Anyway, it's nothing urgent, don't worry about it. But, yeah, Kizna AI was the, was like the progenitor of, VTubers. I remember seeing her back when I was still at university, took my undergrad. I think it was 2017. I remember seeing her in 2017. I kept my ear to the ground for a lot of, early VTuber stuff. I remember in 2019 seeing Kizna AI and not understanding it at all. yeah, it was pretty kind of newish to me too, because there was like a few of them. I was like, Kageyuna Luna, something like that. She was a 3D one at the same time. I don't know. There was a lot around this. Sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted. I'm gonna mute Discord. There we go. But I remember Kizna AI being a big thing at the time. Though I do remember in 2019, it was Halloween of 2019 actually. In Halloween of 2019, I remember seeing Hosho Marine for the first time. I think it was Hosho Marine. She just like launched or debuted or something. I think it was Halloween, or she debuted not that long ago, and it was actually a news article, I think, in like what is it, Polygon or something. And they're like, anime girls are taking over streaming, and at the time I was like, that's a bit weird. Yeah, I admit that. I looked at it at the time, I was like, that's a bit weird. But oh, I think we're doing the tail light now, and that's the tail light. All right, hold on, I'm gonna get a drink. By drink, I mean unhealthy fizzy drink. But yeah, I remember think Hosho Marine. I think Pakura. I think it was just Marine at this time. Because I think her design got more attention initially than everyone else. And then I think I found out about HoloLive in 2020, not long after Watame, because I actually found out about Watame first. I still watch both of them to this day, I just don't follow them very actively. But I remember back in the day of VTubing, it was brand new. And only a few people really knew how to do things. Like, I made my VTube avatar... Wait, there should be 5 along. There's a shorter one of these. Yes, there is. Yeah, there it is. I made my VTuber avatar after struggling for years, actually. I'm using the wrong things. It's not these. It's these, with the rails. But yeah, I remember making my own VTuber avatar to, like, basically using Google Translate. There's like one person making live 2D cubism tutorials at the time, and I think he was speaking like... I think he was speaking Indonesian. I can't honestly remember now, but I remember it was definitely not a language I spoke, and I had to just follow the general motions of what they were doing. And that's how I kind of just learned, was I just did that, and I just made my VTuber model. Nowadays, you know, there are tons and tons of, like, English tutorials out there, and damn whippersnappers don't know how good they have it, or something like that, you know. Oh, there's a fact. In 2011, the A car, having suffered years of neglect, was lovingly restored and is now displayed in the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. Well, if you happen to go to Los Angeles anytime soon, or you live near the area or can go there, go to the Peterson Automotive Museum, and you can see Car A, the Back to the Future car, lovingly restored. But yeah, it was a lot harder when I made my model. A lot harder. Which is why it kind of looks the way it does. And if anyone's wondering why I don't use the model right now, it's because literally I'm looking down half the time and it would not look good. I mean, I could potentially use the model, but I didn't use it last time. I'll keep it in mind. I'm not so close to LA, but maybe I'll check it out someday. Yeah, I'm not so close to LA either. I don't think I'll ever go to LA, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever find myself really past that far in the US. Ever, to be real honest with you. I think I'm done travelling. For now, at least. Not unless I win, like, the lottery or something. Then I'll travel all I want to, but for now, I think I'm done. I don't think I'll ever go to LA because it's just expensive. Oh yeah, I think you said that last time. That is sick, Tin Metal. I think that's sick. Absolutely. Right. Now we're doing, I think, the real lights, I think, is what we're doing here. They have come from behind, have they? I'm not that. I'm not that sweaty. You're overreacting. I hope. Don't know where that's coming from. I like how these bricks, by the way, these bricks with, like, the front facing, these things, they're called snot bricks. What a name. I visited one of the locations Edward Scissorhands was filmed on accident. It's a strip mall, and it's kind of an interesting arch. Well, with a kind of interesting arch. Ah! You all have really awesome locations. I say living in a semi-close proximity to London, where a lot of things have previously been filmed. These are interesting. I don't think I've ever seen... I think these might be old camera bits. Like, purple camera bits. Interesting. Right. You can't see this page very well. I know, I'm sorry. Alright, more Snobrick. London is pretty cool. I'd say it's cool just because it looks old, honestly. Like, a lot of London is just cool because it's old. But I would say there's a lot of really cool places in the US. Like, some really pretty places in the US. Like, I think Colorado. There's a Denver in Colorado. Yeah, it's Denver in Colorado. That's a cool place. It looks, I mean, the whole of Colorado looks really nice. I will say though, America does have some pretty confusing, like, wait, how do I do this? I have to get one of these corner snot pieces and attach a thing pointing up. There we go. Do that. Do that. And now I have to do that on the other side. I think I'm more tired than I was expecting I'd be. I haven't really done anything today, but I'm pretty tired. We'll see how I feel after this bag. I had a few friends say they were going to tune in, so I'm wondering to see if they actually do. You know how it goes, sometimes you have friends, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. Did I advertise myself everywhere? I think there was one place I didn't actually advertise myself on. Is this the same message still? Yes. Okay. I still have it copy and pasted. I'm going to put it up here. Put you here. Yes. I'll advertise myself on here. Yes. Denver is nice. I've seen images of Denver. Also, I realised I told that my friends are like, "Oh, I'm going to be online when you go live." I've just realised I never told them I was live. Yeah, good job, me. All right, so that's meant to go like that, and that's meant to. Wait, that's meant to fix like this, right? No, like this. There we go. Yeah, I've seen some pictures of Denver. They all look really, really nice. Come together, look at that. Colorado just reminds me of, like, Cow Chop. They were an old, like, I say old. They were not old, but, like, they're from, like, 10 years ago. They were, a set of YouTubers formed off of, like, the Creatures. And, like, Uber Hacks on Nova and, you know, all those people. And they had a base in Denver, Colorado. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they moved to LA and everything fell apart. But, you know, this is during the era where, like, everyone was moving to you know, Hollywood and LA. Everyone was moving to LA. So you had to move to LA. Otherwise, nothing would work out. Yeah. That was that era of, like, YouTube. Because they got, I think they partnered or got bought by, like, Rooster Teeth? I think Rooster Teeth went under. I don't recall. I remember nothing. I don't remember anything good happening to them recently. Okay, we should remember that step. So, you, two of you. So you go on here. Vaguely remember that era of YouTube. Man, I remember when Rooster Teeth was huge. Yeah. Rooster Teeth was huge for a small, like, time. that right? Something about that doesn't look right. Yeah, Rooster Teeth were huge at one point. They made, Wait, hold on. This one here. That. This goes against it like this. Right, I see. I see where these are meant to go. And then, yeah, like, they did, Red versus Blue. They did, Ruby. It was Monty Ohm, I think, who helped made that. He passed away a while ago now, maybe 10 years ago. It's really sad. But I think they're still making Ruby. But, yeah, Ruby was a big thing I remember from Rooster Teeth. Red versus Blue, apparently. Were you ever into Good Mythical Morning? Speaking of... Yeah, I did watch some Good Mythical Morning. Is that with Rhett and Link? I think that's their names? Rhett and Link? I can't remember now. I used to watch their, like, trying of foods from across the globe, and they would try and guess where it's from, and they would, like, throw darts at a board, and Link would always, like, kill them with the darts. Yeah. Vaguely. I vaguely remember that. They bought Smosh and gave it back to Ian and Anthony. Really? Huh. I wonder why they sold it in the first place. Like, I think they just wanted out and then, like, they realized they wanted to go back to Smosh. You want to know something? I remember when Smosh did that Pokemon cover. I remember when it was still on YouTube. Genuinely. I genuinely do. I genuinely remember when Smosh was on YouTube. They got scammed. Oh, that's sad. I didn't know that far. I just thought they sold it. Oh. That sucks. Didn't know that much. So this goes here. Right. Yep. Now we're making this thing. But yeah, I remember Smosh. They were like old bastions of YouTube. These days, if I watch GMM, it's because I love Stevie, the girl boss lesbian manager. That's sick. The company that bought them got mismanaged and went under, and they were employees for a while. Oh, right. I see now. Yeah, that's a sucky situation. They've basically stolen from under them. That's that sucks. Oh, I think I just bent a Lego piece. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're good. Basically what happens every... Yeah. It was even worse during those eras, because, like, everyone thought they were just getting a really good deal, and they just wanted to, you know, make a difference. Like, this is what happened with Machinima, wasn't it? Like, Machinima was this, like, homegrown thing that was just bought out, I would say, but I'm probably wrong here, but Fox? Maybe? Here, I'll put this here. There we go. Anyway, Problems is these companies always try to be bigger than they should be. That's true. Greed. The greed of capitalism, as they say. That's true. The business model just really doesn't make sense for that. We're getting into business now. I don't know anything about business. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, so we put these here. Ah, the white bits. Wait, no, they go down here. I've made a mistake. Where's my removal tool? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. It's up here. But yeah, typically I see this a lot. Like, this is the thing about going to LA, I think, is like, it's kind of seems to me like a horrible idea. Things are just really expensive there. Like, if you already lived there, like, it makes more sense. But, like, it just doesn't make that much sense to go there if you live, like, on the east coast. Let's say you're from, like, I don't know, the middle of, like, Georgia state, right? And you're like, I'm going to start off a business in, like, LA. Why? I mean, that's a bad example because Georgia has Atlanta. But you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm too critical about a place I've never been to. I just know it from bad experiences other people have had, and it just gives me a bad experience, I guess. So, I don't know. Maybe LA is actually really beautiful, and I just haven't been there. Like, Long Beach? Is that it? Alright, I'm going to sound like a stupid British person now. Is Long Beach in California, or is that Florida? I actually don't know. I don't know. Is that Florida? Wait, what a question. It's like, is Long Beach in Florida? I don't know. This has to go here. Long Beach is in the area. Okay. I was in the right area then. Carbon dioxide. Oh, there's a thing here. You can't see it because my camera's in the way. It says carbon dioxide extinguishers were hidden inside the car to simulate the exhaust system output. I can believe that. I can believe that. We made that. And that will go on here. So that's for this. Oh, I should have put a doohickey there. That needed a doohickey. Ah, doohickey put. I do like these little things. Oh, it tells me to put another one on the other side. I missed it from there. Alright, let's not forget the doohickey. The doohickey is important. Doohickey. I love how well that slots in. Look at that. Slots in is so good. I say it's wonky. I wouldn't know. I'm from flyover US according to a lot of people. But I kind of love being a Midwestern weirdo. I've heard very nice things about the Midwest, to be honest. I've heard it's like some of the nicer places to go in America. I also heard like there's a place in Minnesota that has like the county state fair. Like I only know this because I watched a person called Ice Cream Sandwich, and he had a video where he talks about the state fair, and yeah, there we go. There it is. But yes, the Minnesota State Fair fucks. Yeah, he was talking to me. I know him personally. No, I don't. Ice Cream Sandwich was saying in his video, talking to me though, because I'm parasocial. He said how they have something called butter people. Butter people is how he put it. I think that's very funny. Is that actually like people carved out of like? Do you get like statues carved out of butter in Minnesota State Fair? I don't know, but it's always made me want to go and see it. There's something fascinating about that. I just want to see it. Right, that's one. Then we have to make the other one. It's very crowded though, so I don't go often. Yeah. I can imagine, like, isn't it like the biggest state fair in like the whole of America? And there's one in Texas, and it beats Texas, and everything's bigger in Texas. Or so they say. But, like, I can imagine, like, it would get crowded and overwhelming very quickly. Okay. Look at that. Look at these things. Look at these dudes. Right, where did these go? They go. So this one is the... this side. So this goes here. Really? Feels like we're hiding the detail we just put in, but alright. And this one goes here. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, they have butter statues sometimes. There was a very impressive butter statue Jesus one time. Ain't no way one of you guys carved Jesus out of butter. Ain't no way there was a butter Jesus. No way. I refuse to believe butter Jesus existed at some point in America. That's fucking wild. We do ice carvings in the blissful cotton. Oh, no, they did that in Canada. I also think they do that in like Hokkaido in Japan. Butter Jesus is not real and can't hurt you, thank God. But that's not... oh, the ice carving is not a state fair thing. Oh. You know, it would make sense if there was a state fair like twice every year, right? Like once in the summer and once in the winter. That'd be sick. Imagine a winter state fair where like instead of everything's deep fried, it's like really warm comfort food. Like you get a pot stew. You just, instead of like coming out with deep fried Oreos or whatever it is, you come out with like a massive like cup of stew. That sounds cozy. Has no one done that before? Just in the UK, right? In when we have our Christmas fairs, and some of our Christmas fairs are really, really nice. We get spiced rum. It's not alcoholic, but it's spiced rum, and it's really nice because it's like was it spiced cider? I can't remember what it's called. It's like there is a name for it. I've actually forgotten it, but it is like spiced rum or something, and it's just really hot, like spiced, like apple spiced cider. And it's usually non-alcoholic. You can get alcoholic variants, of course, but typically it's non-alcoholic, and that is amazing. It's like so refreshing when it's cold out and you're wearing gloves, right? And you're waiting for like bonfire night, and you're just sitting there and you think, yes, this would be great. It's just nice. That's nice. It is cozy. Like, I don't know, I was trying to convince people to come here during the winter because it's actually really nice to visit the UK during the winter. Really nice. Oh, that's too short. Ah, it's because I need these. Is there something I was meant to put in these? No. I just meant to go over them. Gotcha. Oops. I've managed to break this somehow. There we go. Ah, brilliant. And that goes here, somehow. Wait, no, I'm forgetting a part. Yeah, bonfire night's nice. It's surprisingly cozy. that's just meant to slot in here, like, where is it? I'm just gonna push it in anyway. There we go. Brilliant. This is shaping up to be quite big. I'm a bit terrified to have this on my shelf. Might be the biggest Lego car I've ever put together. I've only put together like one, minus like a small toy one that I had when I was a kid, but that doesn't count. Talking about big things. I'm getting a new capture card soon. And I say soon because I don't know when it's coming, because my friend was going to drop it off. I picked one up for a great deal. So I have a friend, he's also a streamer, or was a streamer. He no longer streams, he doesn't have the time for it anymore. I think recently had a kid. Well, he hasn't recently had a kid, he's had a kid for a while, but like, he's recently like considered moving. Because he and his partner have lived in the same house for like the last 5-6 years? 6 years, actually. I think. They moved in like, well, actually about November 2019. I helped them move. So that they've lived there since 2019. And, excuse me, this is why you don't drink Pepsi on stream. And, he wanted to be a streamer for a long time, but he didn't want to do it like full time. He just wanted to have fun with it because he always liked the idea of like sea nanas. He loved sea nanas and stuff. And he was trying to like make it work, and he had all the gear. He had a really nice XLR microphone, and he spent all this money on like getting a high quality rig with a good editing system, and that was back in 2019. He also bought like a Mac Pro from 2019. So he had a Mac Pro from 2019. He had a like the cheese grater Mac Pro. He had like the highest end specs as of like November 2019. And then he also had like other stuff, and he went so hard into streaming. He got moderately successful at it, actually. I mean, he had, I think at one point at his peak, he had about 400 concurrent views of like followers. No, views every stream is what I mean. 400 views a stream, which isn't anything to be snuffed at all. It's still really impressive. And he just ended up too busy. He got married, and then he just couldn't keep up with the schedule anymore. And then COVID hit, and his job was kind of like really mean to him, basically saying, we need you in the office like all the time now, otherwise, you know, things will go wrong. So he ended up getting a promotion, and anyway, I'm telling you the full life of this dude. And yeah, anyway, so he no longer streams, and just kind of had this in a cupboard, and we talked about it previously. He's like, I don't know, man, I might want to get back into streaming. And I was just like, I made a post on my Facebook about, you know, like streaming and just like seeing if there was anyone else interested. And he dropped me a message like, hey, you know that conversation we had about the capture card? Yeah. Well, I've got the news for you. And he said, you can have it. I just, you know, I want you to cover some like bills and stuff, because I'm not going to say, oh, he's hella minted, yeah, bruv, but he's like, he's comfortable enough where he doesn't care, like, selling it to me for a decent price, because he knows that, like, you know, not everyone's that lucky to have the job he does. But, I offered him the right price for it, and he went, sure, I'll bring it down when I'm next there. The problem is, he lives 5 hours from me. He's like all the way up in Scotland, and it's you know, that's pretty far. So he's coming back down to where we used to live, because he's from the same place I am, so he's coming back down. And by the way, 5 hours is not a true estimate, I'm just saying numbers, but yeah, he's coming all the way back down to visit family, and he agreed to basically he agreed to give it to me then, but of course I have to wait for that because, you know, wait, that's wrong. That's in the wrong location. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Right. Is that right? Yes. How did I... How does... Oh, I see. I see. Oh, these are the start of the wheel arches. Oh, I thought they were like things for the back. But yeah, he lives far away from me, so he has to come down and he's going to see them soon, so he's bringing it down then, but obviously, like, it might take a while. So the question is, do I stream while I'm waiting, or do I hold everything off? Because I kind of really want to do, like, Luigi's Mansion, because it's Halloween. Now, if I may, I want to have a quick rant about the Switch 2. Because I got the Switch 2 because it was like, it would have GameCube games on it. What would have been the best time to drop Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube than Halloween? If they drop it Halloween, like on the day of Halloween, to say, it's the 31st, here's Luigi's Mansion. Nintendo, what are you doing? Drop it, like, now. Now. You missed your last chance, like, last week. Drop it now. There is no better time than to drop Luigi's Mansion than right now. Right now. The best time is last week, the second best time is right now. I do have a Switch 2. It's right here. I haven't played it in very long. The last time I played it was my failed Hollow Knight stream, which I do have now. I have now downloaded Hollow Knight on the PC, so I'm going to do it on that instead. Yeah, I'm hoping to do Hollow Knight next Monday. But we'll see. Because I do actually want to play it on the Switch, but I think what I might do is see how the PC version goes. I do have to play through the PC version. I might do that next. Just because oh, I forgot to add these parts. Hold on. I'm getting distracted talking. So there's these little parts I have to add, like here. These. Which are really finically small. Oh god. They're like meant to slot in there. I can't get very good leverage in there. Hold on. So that's how that's meant to go, and this is meant to go like here. Is it? Right? Right, I see. So now I can put that piece here. So I can shove this in. They should have got us to put this in earlier, but, you know, what do I know? I'm not a Lego designer. Who knows? Maybe there's a reason they couldn't do that. There we go. Brilliant. I am starting a flag, but it's fine. I think I'll need doing like one bag. It's fine. I'm getting a little more tired than expected, but I have been awake all day. I have been really doing a lot lately. I've been through a lot. I say that like my whole life is pain and suffering and angst and anguish. But truthfully, like, it's just been a long week. Everyone gets weeks like that, you know. That just be how it be sometimes. Long weeks are abound and fairly common. But a long week will occasionally drag on, eventually, like right now. It is a Sunday. In another few hours, it'll be Monday morning. And that is just life. I hate saying that. It's like, well, that's just life, buddy. Get used to it. And I mean, like, when I say it's life, I mean that, and like, that's just how it's going to be. And it will throw curveballs at you, and that's kind of that's okay. Sometimes you just have a long week. Yeah. Sometimes long weeks happen multiple weeks in a row. But all things considered, I had a pretty good time. The bad was always bad, but it, you know, such is life. I made some, you know, some of the good happen too this week. Like, I made some amazing VTuber friends. I've actually tried to engage in other communities. I've done pretty well this week. So yeah, it's been a bit sucky. I wish this week had gone better. But at the same time, it's not gone badly. At the same time, like, this week could have went way worse. Like, considering some of the stuff that I heard this week, oh, it could have been way worse. Oh, yes. Way worse. But, you know, it's actually not okay that Monday exists. When I become ruler of Earth, I will abolish it. That's true. That's true. Mondays do suck. But here's the thing. A Monday must exist. Because without a Monday will be made anyway. Without a Monday, Tuesday will become the new Monday. So Monday must exist to become hated. There will always be a Monday.
There must always be a Lich King.
Or whatever the fuck they say in World of Warcraft. No king rules forever, my son. Can I just say? That was really hype. When I first saw that, when I was playing through World of Warcraft for the first time, peak. Everyone's like, oh, World of Warcraft is so cheesy. Yeah, it's cheesy, but that was peak. Like, no king rules forever, my son. And he just, like, fucking dies. Peak. I don't care what anyone else says, that's peak in my eyes. Really good, actually. There's a reason why, like, people really rant and rave about that era of, like, 2009 Blizzard. Because it was really good. The Lich King was one of their best storylines, and they haven't done better since. In my opinion. I wish I could go back in time and experience the WoW launch. Yeah! There's this feeling like I got when I've launched through World of Warcraft. Like, I've been playing League of Legends. God, no. I've been playing through World of Warcraft Remix with a friend of mine. And we've been doing Legion again. And Legion's the expansion I technically started on. I mean, I really actually started in, like, Pandaria in 2011. But I really started playing full-time at the end of Draenor, or, like, start of Legion. So it's what I have the most fond memories of. And I remember when I like watching JoJo around the same time. And I was playing through Legion Remix with him, and I was just listening to the JoJo OST because it's what brought me a lot of my memories. Good times. I do wish I could experience that launch again. That feeling of, like, discovering a new game for the first time and you sink all your time into it. But at the same time, I'm very happy I don't do that, because I actually, fun fact, World of Warcraft nearly caused me to fail my degree. When I was at university, I once missed a deadline to film a film, and we got very lucky with a rescheduling date, but I could have failed my entire course because of that. Not good. Not good. But yeah. Do I have to make 2 of those? Yeah, it says I have to make 2 of those. I mean, after I use the time machine to slay enemies and fix the world first. If I had a flippant use of the machine afterwards, that would be it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm very glad I could reschedule. Like, that was gonna be very bad. Like, it very nearly became very bad. Alright, so this goes in here. This goes in here. Yes. And like that. With a thing. There we go. And then another thing. I just hit my microphone. I'm sorry if you heard that. Oh, these are wedges to stop it. So this must be the boot mechanism, probably? And that goes on... I wish I could show you me putting this on, but it's kind of a bit awkward. Oh, it slots in here, I think. If I put these on the wrong way around... Oh wait, no, this is like the angled body. I see. I think. Right. That's what it looked like with that on it. A little bit more, then I'll be done with back ball. Now I have to put flaps on. Go down here. There we go. Then there. You can see these little triangular bits. And 2 more of these. These dreaded tile plates. Let's give bag 5 a peek. 6, 7, 11, 9, 5. Okay, is this also 5? 10. Look all the bags thing. Yeah. I'll go for 1 more bag after this. I'll do 1 more bag. Anyway, we haven't even finished this one. Where did this go? Ah, I see. They go afterwards. Oh, I put them too low. Here, you can actually view me putting them on there, because I made the mistake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank God for the brick separator here. Yeah, World of Warcraft is... I mean, I have fond memories of it. Some people hate it, and you know what? That's fair. I can understand it. Right. Now we have 2 and 2, right? 2, 2. Yes. These 2. And they go on here. Like, so if we have this here, I'll nudge the mic again. That goes here, right on there. And there's another one goes right on the other side, but you're gonna have to take my word on it. Then right across here. Yep. From here to here. And here to here. There we go. Do you know what game I actually really want to play on stream? Yakuza. I really want to play Yakuza on stream. Sounds like a fun time. I've already played through 0, Kiwami, Kiwami 2, and part of 3, so I kind of already know it, but Yakuza 0 is a lot of fun. That's my favorite franchise. Oh, that's my franchise I really want to get into someday, but haven't. Yeah, it took me a long time to want to take the plunge because it's a lot. Like it's a lot. Just debating whether or not I really want to continue for round 2. I do kind of want to go into bag 5. Doesn't look like it's going to be that hard. It does look pretty cool. But I don't know. It does look really cool though. How many pages is this? Tell you what. Unfortunately, I think I'm done for today. That bag was tiring. Bit tired anyway. It's been a long week. I wanted to treat myself with some Lego, and I've treated myself with some Lego. I'll probably head to the gym soon. It's very chill though. That's no problem. I'm ending now anyway. Yeah. I wish I could have done more, but today called a lot of my attention, and to be honest, I just don't have it in me to continue right now. I'm very tired. I'm gonna lay in bed. But anyway, we got a bag done. And it was my nice little treat. That's what we have currently. Right here. You can see it on the top camera. It's really taking shape now. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining me. I'm sorry it wasn't as long as I had hoped. This is definitely going to be a part 3. I think it was optimistic for me to want to finish this all in another stream anyway. But it's fine. It's a project. But anyway, I shall see you all another day. Where's missing? Here we go. Alright, I'm ending now. Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for joining.